Hey friends, Lucian here with the Bullish Bears team, making the watch list video for January 2nd now. So Happy New Year. Making this on Saturday, so it's not Happy New Year yet, but depending when we're watching this, it will be the first one of the new year. So I believe, I don't think the market's open on Monday, but it should be on Tuesday, January 2nd. So let's get into the watch list here. I'm just going to kind of move this over a little bit. I have lots of columns on my thing here, so it gets a little bit distracting. Let's see if I'm going to keep any of these on the watch list come Monday. I'm going to delete any active alerts, just my preference. You can keep them in. When we send out these watch list alerts, it's up to you however long you want to keep them active for. I just update them every day. Just being a day trader, I don't like to get a zillion alerts. Plus, I just use our watch list in conjunction with trade ideas in the morning. So what I do is like you'll see a whole bunch that end up on the watch list, but I narrow them down in the pre-market to whatever might be running with volume or having a decent pattern being set up. And then I look same thing with trade ideas, and then I can kind of weed them down to maybe like a handful of stocks, and I put them on like a watch list over here like this. So you'll see I put about 5 stocks over here, and then I have trade ideas up in the morning, see what's running, and I kind of let the patterns form. And again, with day trading, you don't want to make a ton of trades. So I do, these watch lists, it has day trades and swing trades on it. Same thing with swing trading as well. You don't want to be involved with a lot of trades. So as day trading, I'm looking to take maybe 1 or 2 trades a day. And I'm more of a scalper. I don't take huge positions. Again, I do a lot of stuff with the Bullish Bears, our business. I'm just kind of just a casual trader. I'm not gonna be, showing you guys, hey, I'm trying to make $2 and $3 and $5 and $10,000 a day here. I'm sitting here trying to, again, build our business, grow, so we can just ideally, bring Tim and Dan on full time so we can give more back to you guys. So I'm trying to do the best I can for you guys to kind of, be a jack of all trades, kind of show you, make these watch list videos, give you guys the alert setups, and then as we grow and become membership based, maybe do some more, maybe add some audio on for you guys, and just really try to kind of focus and help you guys. So as far as like being day trader, I'm not some guru. I'm just a scalper. Like Dan's a little bit more riskier than I am, and Tim's more into long-term options. So we are really all kind of complement each other. So the good news is like being very diverse traders, it's just more that we're going to be able to give back to you guys with viewing. We kind of, again, like, as the Bullish Bears, we just kind of complement each other. So me personally, as a trader, I'm just a very safe kind of scalp kind of trader. I'm looking for 10, 15, 20 cents. I don't take huge positions, maybe 1,000 or 2,000. Shares at a time, might trade a couple times, 2 or 3 times, and then I'm done. Again, like I said, I'm trying to put most of our focus, especially the past year, into the Bullish Bears and growing us. And obviously, we have a really great movement going on together. So that's where we're just trying to continue it. And again, go membership based. We're not trying to screw anybody or price gouge them. We're going to be very reasonably priced so that, again, we're just looking for income. So Tim, Dan, and myself can just really just give more back to you guys, just continuously give back and do it in the most economical way for everybody. So let's get into the watch list. As you guys have been seeing, I hope you pay attention if you're watching these videos to the watch list alerts. Because as you can see, these things, when we call these things out we're not calling them, meaning we're not telling you to buy when they get these levels, but when we're giving you these alert setups and they trigger, a lot of times these setups will move and they'll go up pretty good. And, if you've been watching some of the ones lately, especially with CAN and CNAB and some of these marijuana stocks, the sector's moving. And obviously it's going up. So make sure you, again, read our trade alert setups on our website if you want to know how they work. We're not your traditional trade alert service. Come over to Bullish Bears, read up on us over here with trade alerts. You'll see a whole big write-up as to why you don't want to pay for a traditional alert service. I don't want to be like why ours is better, but in essence, ours is better. It's going to make you a better trader. It's going to make you do a little bit more work, so it's not going to be as easy as paying for somebody else's alert services. You're going to have to put more effort into things and make your own trading decisions, but it's going to be, our alert setups are actually going to make you a better trader because we're teaching you how to trade, not making you dependent upon us. So again, read up more on our trade alerts. So right? Can's a marijuana stock, still going up. But hey, this one is easy to predict support and resistance. Closed right below a $0.50 amount, like that. So I can just make that alert very simple, at or above 650. And you'll see resistance at 750. I'm sure at $7 there'd be some resistance. And then you'll see some down right over here. You'll see right below this gap, right at 550. And then right over here, you'll see some support. So this is really easy to map out support and resistance. Buds, another marijuana stock. So you can see it broke out over here. You'll see we had this on the watch list. If you're paying attention to it, you'll see, look at what it did. It just went right up. Again, be careful out of these marijuana stocks. Many of them are garbage. But, you can ride the momentum on them. Be careful on... when you see 3 green days, in a row, you'll see this one kind of pull back, but be careful if there's another one, and then be careful right at like $7 probably for this one right over here. So $1.50 amounts are definitely huge psychological resistance areas. But this one, I put this one at or above 610. I would really, if this falls below down to $6 or below, I would be very careful. I'd definitely use that area as a stop. But if it goes above 610 and then falls back down, that's potentially an area of weakness as well. But you just don't know with these marijuana stocks; they're just running like crazy. But this is your areas of support and resistance to take a look at. TEUM. I'm not going to put that one on the watch list. Take that one off. VTVT. Yeah, I'm going to keep that one on just because it's kind of been breaking out. And you can see, let me just remove the drawings. I might put this one at or above 612. You can see the top of this wick here. Be careful at 650. And then $7. And you can see you want it to get above 601, and then you can see some support right around, anywhere in this area here, but right around where that candlestick closed out, right around that 558 area, and then obviously in between. But we'll put this one, I want it to get above this wick here, at or above, I'll put 612. All right, CVSI, another marijuana stock. I'm not going to put this one on right now. This one's actually had 4 green days. That long wick up top, that's a potential sign of weakness, potential sign of reversal. So again, you'll see a lot of these with these marijuana stocks. Some of them will really run, and then other ones will pull back. And then when the other ones pull back, the other ones will run until the sector just kind of dumps. Now, again, all these people talking about marijuana stocks, obviously you got to see most of these marijuana stocks, almost all of them are garbage. Even many of the Canadian stocks. Remember, it's very simple. Buy the rumor, sell the news. Buy low, sell high. So everybody that's kind of pumping these marijuana stocks and a lot of even these Bitcoin stocks, not saying long term they won't go up, but remember, majority of them are garbage. They change their names every few years. They pump up, then they drop. So traders will take profit. They'll keep pumping these stocks up. Once they hit a peak level, they're going to drop them back down again. And as you can see again, the majority of them are garbage, which doesn't mean you shouldn't trade them, but make sure you take your profits along the way. Buy at support levels, sell at resistance levels. That's what traders do, regardless of whatever any chat room or pumpers are telling you. These will not go up forever. People will take their profits. So just like what happened during the election, everybody was buying them. They were pumping it up, right? They, 2016 election, they approved all those states, and what happened? They tanked. They didn't skyrocket again. So they pumped them all the way up. People took their profits, and it dropped back down. So they didn't pump them up, have it get legalized, and then they didn't get jacked up again. It took a long, many months for them to start running again. And many of them are still catching up or not, and they're not even at many of them at their previous highs. So when you're trading these stocks, you're trading them on momentum, trading for a few days, take your profits, get out. If you're going to look to hold anything long term, just be very careful. Make sure you do your proper research. So not CVSI. UM. 3 green days. This might be a candidate of a short. So I might put this one. After, you always want to be careful with 3 green days. Many times after a 3 green day, 3 green days, there could be, shorters kind of coming in. Sometimes it'll go 4 or 5 days, but you want to really look at 3 green days, and you can see this one pulled back. I'm not going to put this one on the watch list right now. I like to see it a little bit more overextended for a potential short. No, I'm not going to put SRNE, ALT. Oh, yep, there we go. Look at that. So I was kind of looking at it on the daily, but then you could see it got up on the aftermarket. They kind of give it a little bit of a push, and I want to see this get right over that. What is that? The 50 SMA, that purple line. So you can see the 9 and the 20 are pinching. Could fail, but it might be crossing as well. So you want to see price get above that 50 SMA. So at or above, let's just be safe, and I'll put at or above 210. This 212 might come into an area if people traders looking at it. PGNX, no. Went up, pumped back down. GCAP. Nope, look at that, huh? Boom. All the way up. And it fell right down to $10, that whole dollar amount. No coincidence. So GCAP, not going to put that on. BLOS, that is a marijuana Canadian marijuana stock, not putting that on. Kush Bottles is a marijuana stock. Got almost a cup and handle position there here. Kind of a cup, maybe a handle. Do I like it? Don't love that position, but as you can see, right? What did I tell you? 1, 2, 3 green days on the third. Potential pullback doesn't mean it's not going to run and continue to go up, but the shorts come in after those 3 green days and they look to short. They shorted it down a little bit. Buyers came back in, pushed it up. 420, 426. Maybe I'll put that one on just because these marijuana stock sector is running. I'm going to put it at or above 426 for you to keep an eye on. It's worth seeing. Again, trade them. Make sure you take your profits. Load, nope. INO, no. FBIO, nope. Nope. And no. Again, another one, right? Let's do this. 1, 2, 3 green days. What did it do? Pull back. That's a tough one to trade now. But again, it's not the rule, but that's where the shorts come in. They want to see, they watch. Again, here's another one, right? Here's a marijuana stock. Perfect example. CNAB's a previous pump and dump company. What did it do? 1, 2, 3 green days. What did it do? It pumped right up to the yearly high, pulled right back. Now it's obviously indecision. Got to see what it's going to do. Doesn't mean it's not going to go up, but shorts are paying attention. You can see it's just been pumping this entire time. all the way back up to the yearly high. And obviously, you want to see it get above that 250 if it's going to continue. This candle's way too hard to trade right now. So I'm not putting CNAB on. Did I put Kush bottles on? Oh, yeah, I kept that one on. SBOT, no. LB, oops. LBY, no. Nope. And let's look at Lineu. Nope. All right, so we'll do some new ones, see if there's any good ones here. KOSS. Yes, you can see some support now. This, when a stock breaks resistance, it now becomes support. This is definitely an area of support. It finished at above a whole dollar amount, which is a good thing. So we're going to put it at or above 310. If 310 fails, be super careful at $3. That would be a very bad sign of weakness. And then you can see some resistance up here at 358. So right here, it's going to get volatile if it goes. If it gets above 310, there's volatility. Ideally, you want to see it get above 358 to continue. But many times when a stock breaks out as a huge breakout, sometimes you'll have continuation for a couple days, and then sometimes it just kind of gives everything back. You don't know what it's going to do until you just follow the market and watch the patterns. BCLI, look at that. Went all the way up, rejected off the EMAs, came back down in. Don't like that one. Already had that. Mentor, MNTR, that is another marijuana stock. And as you can see, the sector is still moving. Trade the momentum. We'll put it at or above 230. Be careful at 250 resistance. $3 as well. And then obviously up here in these areas, right? And then support. Obviously, $2 would be an area of support, then down here as well. But we'll put that at or above 230. The marijuana sector is running. CYTX, no. DIGP, I think that's a marijuana stock. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. LTEA, nope. LGCY. This one might be one worth taking. Well, that 182 resistance level, 162. And it's worth, I'll put at or above 162. Resistance at 182. And then 2. LGCY. CXRX. Kind of bull flag in there. You can see it went up, can pull back right above the EMAs. I like to see it get it above 68 cents. So we'll put at or above 68. Got some resistance around that 86. These areas, they're definitely areas of resistance within the wick. So you got to be careful. It could be some in there as well. CXRX, NEPT, broke out off a yearly high. We'll put this one at or above 250. Just to get above that $half amount. If it does, you don't want to see 250 fail and come back down here because it could easily fall. So NEPT, let's see, INSY, that's a marijuana stock, rejected right below $10. NOG, let's put at or above, let's see. Yeah, I don't know if I love the pattern on that one. GNC, Tomb, no. Nope. Gulp, nope. All right. Pattern's not bad. 86 cents. Got to get above there. Don't love it. It's definitely setting up where it could have a breakout. It is kind of holding its highs here. It's very close to, if it can break 96 cents, that might be good. You got to be careful of these areas over here. It's just, I don't want to put you guys into something that has near too much other resistance. I like clear breakouts. All right, so that one broke 120. See that? Right here, 119 it hit. So if you can get this above, I'm going to put it at or above 120. 1.20. And then you want to be careful, definitely at that 200 SMA, right, or at that 156. That could have some decent room to run. The 9's crossing over the 20. It's getting above the 50 moving average. Next up, you have the 200 for resistance. So Joan might be one to watch. SLTK. Nope. Nope. MGTI, Bitcoin one. This is just like, so MGTI is a Bitcoin one, but these are the things I'm talking about, right? When a sector's moving and everybody tells you it's the hottest stock in the world, right? It just moves all the way up and then it dumps, right? Then it moves up, dumps, moves up, dumps, moves up, big dump, and then like obviously you don't know where it's going to go. So again, MGTI might be a great company, but it's part of a sector like a Bitcoin, just like these marijuana stocks. And that's why you just have to, you got to be careful, right? When you trade these and they just move up, take your profit, let it come back down. When it go up, take your profit, let it come back down. When it goes up, take your profit, come back down. But what happens is a lot of newbies get caught up in the pump, right? They get caught up in these chat rooms or these traders pumping things, and what do? Things will kind of move up and they'll buy up here at the $8 and then it drops down and gives back half of its gains, right? You don't want to get caught up in stuff like that. You want to be careful. So when you're trading momentum, take your profit, look for reentry. Same thing with swing trading. If you get your profits, take reentry. Unless it's like a really good, reputable stock long term, that's a $50, $100 stock, or you've done your research. You know, again, these ones that are under $10, the majority of them are garbage, right? So you want to take your profits, get out, look for entry. And WPCS. Nope. So, okay, so that's a daily watch list. Let's go and look at potential swing trade setups. We'll just edit this to, okay, did that. Let's see if we're keeping any on here. WPL still hasn't hit, what was that, at or above $50? Is that what that is? Or did it hit the alert? Not gonna, well, that one is now. The 9 and the 20 are crossing. I want to see that thing get above $50. I'm gonna put an alert on it, because if that gets over $50, that might be a decent trade to look at, using that as support. You can see the 9 and 20 crossing. That's resistance. You want to see it get above there, and then you want to see right between that 50.89 to 51.55. If it can clear that area, that little gap area, could have some room to potentially go. So that's BPL. Oh, and it's on the scan list too. So yeah, I'll keep that one. OTEX. Not going to keep that one. It's trading sideways. EMB, nope. I'm going to take that off. And EQT. So when you're watching our alerts, again, on the daily watch list one, you'll get a handful that run and, you know, 1 or 2 that run really well. Sorry, my shoulders bother me. In our swing trade watch list, we may have a few on there, and 1 or 2 might move, and 1 might be really good. And that's typical, right? So when you do a watch list, not everything's going to run. It runs based upon the market. And But when these alerts fire off, look at the patterns. If the pattern looks good, if it's clearing a decent resistance area, maybe wait for a retest before you get in and on a pullback, or if you get in beforehand, if the pattern looks good. It's again, these alerts are really just really good guides for you, and they're a great teacher on teaching you support and resistance and what to look for. QI, whatever this is, QIWI. 1783. If it can get above $18, maybe, but then you have the 1850 resistance right across there. Don't love that pattern. But I would put this one, even for down the road, 1850. I'd put an alert just because I wanted to clear this. And then you have these areas right around $18. Maybe I'd put one at or above $18. 1850 you want to be careful of as resistance. So at or above $18 might be one to look at. Again, using $18 as a stop. So if it gets above $18, you don't want to see it fall below it. And then that 1850 is an area of resistance. So QIWI, VDTH. Right below that, let's see, that's, no, CM, 12.0, lots of resistance, BBD, no, okay, next scan. At or above 16. What is this one here? This is TiVo. At or above $16. There's some resistance at 1681. Obviously up here as well. So at or above, it's kind of forming like that, almost that ascending wedge, higher lows, flat top. So that might be one to take a look at. $16 for TiVo. Obviously, if it breaks above $16, if you were to be an entry, if it falls below it, that's a potentially bearish sign. Got to watch the patterns. XNet. This is just another one, just pumps and dumps a lot. Not putting that one on. No. Wow, that went up. Look at that, right up into the gap, pulls right back down. Once stocks get in the gap, they can be very volatile. GPK, no. Nope. So we'll do one more scan. Hmm. 1070, there's some resistance there. Don't like it. All right, let's move this one. Kind of almost like a flaggish kind of pattern. We'll look at right below $12. I'm going to put that one at or above $12. Might be one to take a look at. Again, always take your profits. You got to determine your entries and exits. We're just showing you the areas of support and resistance right here through here. So if it breaks $12, you can see these EMAs are kind of pinching. They're either going to break down or break up. If it breaks up, it might push the stock up. If it breaks down, the stock could fall down. So if you can see it rejected right around $12, right below $12. So now you want to see it get above $12 for it to potentially continue. It could either go up and form a double top, or it can go and it can form, it could slowly grind up and maybe form a flat top breakout. You got to watch it. This could be a slow grinder or it could be a good mover. But once it gets above 12, you don't want to see it fall below it. So DYN, Just wanted to take a look at. NRG, I think DYN is, I think it's energy. I think NRG is energy too. I could be wrong. I just don't like that pattern. But 1210 up to 13, no. All right. Well, it looks like we got a few. Got a few. There's the watch list. So that's the daily one, the swing trade watch list. We'll take a few minutes here, like I do at each end of each video. If you haven't been, or if you're not involved in our community on Facebook, make sure you come and join us. We are the Bullish Bears. That's who we are. But we call ourselves Stock Market Community on Facebook. Again, really to differentiate ourselves from our fan page. So again, in our Facebook group, if you're new or you haven't joined yet, our Facebook group is really just a great resource to learn from, to ask traders other questions. We are the pretty much the top group on Facebook now for stock market. If you type in stock market, we're pretty much right at the top. I think Facebook rewards us because we get lots of interaction. We keep all the spammers out. We keep the garbage out. We keep the trolls out. So basically, if you see any of that garbage in our community, just report it. Report the comment, report the post. Usually within a few minutes, Tim, Dan, or myself, we're in there either just removing the person's comment or just removing and blocking the person in general. We try to be fair to everybody. Sometimes people report stuff that might not be reportable, but the good news is, our community is really on top of everything. So it's just really self-sustaining and runs itself. We're just really the guides. Obviously, Tim, Dan, and myself get a massive amount of just like emails and comments really on a daily basis. We do our best to get back to everybody as quick as possible. But again, that's why we're becoming membership based because, just running our Facebook group alone, we have so much that we got to keep on top of. Never mind emails, never mind our trade room, all the other stuff, YouTube comments. So again, the bigger we become membership based, obviously not more. When I'm saying bigger, it's not like, hey, we care about the money because it pays the bills. But my point being is like the bigger we become, the more money that comes in that helps us to really just continue to run our business and just give more back to you guys. We're just trying to make a living. Even if we have a ton of people paying us money, it's still divided by 3 people with families and with kids and stuff like that. So like, again, it's just, we're not looking to price gouge people. We're going to be less than everybody else just because we're just trying to be a reasonable business, not trying to price gouge people. We just want to be able to just keep this movement growing. We have such a great following. We're super, thankful for everybody that's followed us and with all the support. And really now it's just kind of just us being able to just give even more back to you guys. So if you like our content now, we have just so much more that's going to be happening moving forward. Tim's going to be bringing in a lot more about options. We're going to be more focused, obviously, even with day trading in the trade room. I'm the only one able to really do this full time right now, but the bigger that we get membership base, eventually we'll be able to bring Tim and Dan on full time. So the good news for you guys that have just been following us is it's just going to be so much more that we're going to be able to give back to you guys. We're making it very economical. And again, if you haven't been over to our website, well, actually, before I do that, make sure you like and follow our fan page as well as join our group because we post a lot of our updates on our fan page and it really helps us. Obviously, we have such a huge community that it's tough to hear our voices many times because there's so many people talking. So if you like and follow our fan page, you'll get updated when we post important updates and stuff like that. So again, if you go over to our website, bullishbears.com, the link is below. Just going to show you a few things over here. We have courses over here, $3,000 worth of free courses, right? What we do is very simple. We took all the content that we've done, we put it on YouTube, and then we just made it very organized for you guys. And instead of putting fancy banner ads and packaging it into courses and charging you for them, we decided not to do that. That obviously cost us lots of money by not doing it. But again, we're just trying to help you guys keep a movement growing, not get too greedy. And our plan as of right now is to keep these courses for free. So, and we tell people, we encourage them, listen, if you're getting started in the industry, um, type in the stock trading course, type in day trading course, momentum course, swing trading course, and look at other prices that are out there and what traders charge. Right? These trading companies, they're not doing anything wrong. They're doing what any business does. They're charging for their time and their effort that they put in. But obviously, if you look into these courses, they're very expensive. Just some very well-known day trading courses, just in and of themselves, cost $1,000. If you want to pre-package it with something like a swing trading course or options course, there's very well-known trading companies that charge $3,000 for a combination of those courses. That's a lot of money for a new person to get started, but it's very well worth it, right? So, like with anything, if you want to become a good trader, you're going to have to invest into becoming a better trader. But what we do is we save you the $3,000 up front and give you those courses for free. And we just put them right on our website. You go over, they're very easy to navigate through, and they're going to be a helpful guide to help you get started. And if you're new, we just tell people, again, come in and don't trade with real money. It's going to take you months, if not even a year plus, to become a comfortable trader. So that's where we come in and we say, listen, save yourself the money up front, come in and study, take the next few months and study, take our free courses, right? The next thing we suggest doing is subscribe to our emails, get our watch list and our trade alerts, right? So our trade alerts setups right now, they're currently free. They're going to be membership based after the new year. But what we're doing is we're going to grandfather anybody in to our new membership service for $10 per month, right? So all we're asking for is $10 per month. After we give a window, who knows, we haven't determined whether it's going to be 30 or 60 days yet. We're just going to, because again, we're chasing everybody, meaning because we're in a big social media Facebook group, so we have to post a message 10, 20 times for sometimes people to see it, and a lot of times they still don't see it. So we're going to give it a couple month window, right? If you're donating $10 a month now, and if you're wondering how our PayPal is going to integrate into into the new service, don't worry, we're going to take care of you. So, just donate to the $10 a month to us now. We'll make sure it gets up and running. We're probably going to have to, we might have to just have people re-sign up again onto the new service. We're trying to do all the back end stuff right now on our website, but don't freak out. Don't be like, hey, I'm donating $10 now. What's going to happen? We're basically going to give people a month free of service or something, basically to just offset the cost. So don't worry about it. We'll get you transitioned. But as of right now, make sure that you come over to our trade room and register, right? So just again, a few things. Get our daily watch list and trade alerts so you start becoming familiar with what we're doing, right? So each night we send out our watch list, our trade alert setups, read about them over here and how they work. So we email you the watch list each night with the trade alert setups. And then what you're going to want to do is it's going to take a little bit of work, whether it's at night or in the morning. We do most of the work for you, but you're still going to have to take a few minutes, 5-10 minutes, and take the alerts that we set up each night and send to you, just like what I just showed you in this video. We send them to you by email. All you need to do is just go over to your brokerage account. But, for instance, I'll show you in Thinkorswim. You take these alerts that we send to you over here. You just go into your chart for each one that you see here. Again, it might take you 5 or 10 minutes, and just right click, click create alert. And boom, you've created the alert. That's it. So then you're going to have the alerts, and then you take the watch list that I send out each night and just input it into your own watch list. So like I said, it might take you 10, 15 minutes a day, between doing your watch list and your alert service, but it's saving you the hour a day that we're putting in the time. So we're basically doing all of the big legwork for you. Then you're going to narrow it down. You're going to you're going to put our watch list into yours each day with the alerts. You're going to have them set up. Make sure that you have, text alert service or email alert service on. You can find that up here and under Thinkorswim under setup. And then when an alert goes off, you're going to come in and you're going to chart your stock, right? And if you don't know what you're doing, obviously don't trade with real money. And that's where we suggest coming into our trade room. And you can register for our trade room. You'll see the link below, or you can join our trade room here over on our website. Click on the Bullish Bear. And as you can see here now, perfect example. There's actually 21 people here in our group right now on a Saturday, the day before New Year's, with the market closed for the next couple of days. We actually have a 24-hour-a-day trade room, so we just keep this thing open. Where people, it's just another way to talk. For those that don't like social media, you can just talk to traders all the time. Tim, Dan, and myself, we're not in there all the time. We're in there mostly in the mornings, sometimes in the afternoons, but we'll pop in. You'll see Dan popped in at some point today, this afternoon. But you'll see people will talk and trade and talk within here, but it's a great place to learn. So when you receive our watch list and our trade alert setups and you come into our trade room, this is where you're going to learn and you're going to practice. You're going to take the next few months, if you're new, and you're going to just prepare every single day. And you're going to come in and practice and watch what people say. You'll see them talking about a certain stock. You'll see them talking about support and resistance. You'll see us talking about it, and it's going to take every single day coming in and practicing. There is nothing sexy about trading. It's not about half-naked women, fancy cars, Maseratis, private jets, and cash all in front of you. If you guys are watching this video, I'm sure many of people who see it, every single, if you want to call them competitors of ours, we don't even really like to lump ourselves into them because we're not them. You won't see us doing that. And if you ever see us get big time and we start doing that, you have free reign to slap us and call us out, because that's just not who we are. Again, no hate to any of the people that do that. Whatever people want to do with their money, that's totally up to them. That's just not our style. Tim, Dan, and I, we're just all about taking care of families, kids, paying our bills like anybody else, and just building this movement that we have going. So the point being in all that, this is trading, right? Trading is not, the money comes if you're a successful trader. Again, you can do whatever you want to do with the money, but getting to that point of making that money is this. What I'm showing you every day. It's doing this. Every day building a watch list, every day mapping out support and resistance, every day looking at alert levels, looking at hundreds and thousands of charts, coming into a trade room like this, talking to other traders, studying them, learning them from them, practicing, studying courses, taking a few months, getting comfortable trading, doing that and having a successful trading ratio of at least 60 to 65% of your trades over the course of a few months before you even trade with real money. Then when you start to trade with real money, you start with small positions with the same success ratio, 60, 65%. Make sure you're in profit, right? And this is trading. And what we do is, like I said, our whole vision with Tim, Dan, and myself was to create the community. Because no matter how good of a trader you become, no matter how much money that you make, it's ideally nice to have a community of people that you can talk with, right? You could be a millionaire, but it gets lonely, right? What are you going to do with your money at time? It's nice to be able to talk to other people, to help support them, to give back. That's ideally why we wanted to build a really big community. So the community is more for the support. It's a place for you to go and learn from other traders, to give back. If you're successful, ideally, we don't want Tim, Dan, and myself to become the focus. We like to be the facilitators within the community and let the community kind of run itself, and we're kind of like the guides, right? But this is trading. This is it in a nutshell. If it seems overwhelming, if it seems too much for you, maybe we're not the trading kind of company for you. There are many of other companies out there that'll take your money, that'll charge you for trade alerts, that'll become the focus, that'll make you dependent upon them. That's not who we are. We're all about helping you to become a good trader. And again, the reality of trading is that over 90% of traders fail. In this community of 20,000+ people that we have right now, we are all competitors at the end of the day. Indirectly, Tim, Dan, and I might be competing against each other within getting in and out of a same trade, right? That's trading. Trading is we're all competing against each other. We are all competitors. But at the end of the day, we're trying to make it a level playing field where we can all learn from each other. And that's why our setup is different, is we're not making you dependent upon us. And if any of you have ever been to another trading company or trade service before, if you're in their trade rooms, again, this is not throwing hate any of their way, but many chat rooms, what they do is they become the focus, right? So you may see their screen set up and they may tell you, hey, we know of, again, not throwing hate on anybody's way, because what these companies are not, are these alert services or trading rooms, they're not doing anything wrong. It's business, right? But these trade rooms know that they need you dependent upon them, because they know the moment you become a great trader, you don't need them anymore. Right? Same thing with us. If we teach you to become a great trader, you technically don't need us anymore. And that's why we're trying to create more of the community setup. We want you around long term, just like anybody else. But my point being in all of this is we're kind of just throwing it out there. This is the game. This is the industry, right? It's everybody competing each other trading, and then all these membership companies, they're all competing for your business. And everybody, you'll see with these trade rooms, man, they cost $100, $150, $200 per month, thousands of dollars for their courses, because they know in the end that 90% of you are going to quit. That's why they want the money up front. You can't blame them, because it's called the churn, right? You come in, the more money that they can get up front from you, the more that they know, again, hey, that money can sustain us a few more months, but until that person quits. So, and again, they know if they charge you $150, $200 a month, they know 90% of those followers are going to quit, and they're going to just keep recycling through new people all the time. We know that even when we're a fraction of everybody else in cost, even the ones that we lock in at $10 a month, we can give them the best value of a lifetime, which it is. $10 a month is going to be an incredible value. We still know there's going to be a bunch of people that quit at $10 per month, but that's it. That's the nature of the beast. So my point being in all of this is the Bullish Bears, our team, is all about making you a good trader. This is trading. This is what trading looks like. And, that's where it is. If you want to learn how to become a good trader, this is what we have set up for you. A whole community of support, a great trade room, courses up front for free to learn, where our trade alert setups are not making you dependent upon us. They're making you a better trader. And it's just all about coming to work every single day and treating trading like you would a job or a business. If you treat your trading like you would a business or a job and you take it seriously, that's when you'll become a good trader. So I just went off on a long rant because I think probably because I'm hungry. It's Saturday, and I figured I'd give you guys a good video, and then I can go eat dinner, and then it's off my plate for New Year's. But I just hope it helps you guys. I don't want to just throw some half-assed, watch list videos out there for you every day. Here's support, here's resistance, that's it. I want to teach you guys. I want to teach you guys some more as well as we get this whole membership thing up and running. It's going to take us another month or so. Once we do, it's going to free us up a lot more. So then I'll show you guys even more stuff like recaps, entries, where you would look to get in and out of trades. But again, our intention's still moving forward. We may even show you our screen. We may talk out support and resistance, but you're not going to see us being a trade pumping service. You're not gonna, I may show you my screen, or Dan may show you our screen down the road, but we're not going to show you our order entries. We may show you after we make the trade, but you got to remember something. This is very, very, very important, and I want you to really take this in. There are stock pumpers out there that just purposely and blatantly pump up stocks. You know them, right? They're very obvious. These marijuana stocks, Bitcoin, doesn't mean marijuana stocks and Bitcoin are not going to be good, but history, if they repeat themselves with these marijuana stocks, they pump and they dump, right? So you'll see lots of these chat rooms that do that. But in general, a trade alert service, when you pay for trade alerts, I want you to really, really, really take this in. Or if you're in another trader, doesn't matter the trading room. If you're in a trade room where that trader or that company calls out alerts to you, that is a stock pumping service. Even if they're nice about it, they're nice people, they're good guys, they're great women, doesn't matter. They're still indirectly pumping a stock, even if that's not their intention, if they have a position. So, meaning, if I am an ABC company right now and I get my position and then I call that out to our trade room. Right now, we've had this trade room up less than 2 months and we have about 800 people in here. If just 10 or 20% of those people followed our trades, that's what is that? 160 people, a couple hundred people or so coming into a trade after this is going to it's going to cause movement or volume within a stock. Then what's going to happen is a couple hundred of our followers coming in to buy a stock after us and us calling out a trade is going to it's going to hit the scanners like trade ideas, which is going to do what? It's going to bring in more traders. So we know if we called out a trade to you that we're in, we know you guys are going to then follow us. We can then get out before you guys. And then when it's like we call out the trade, you come in, you prop up the stock. That's going to bring in other traders. We sell our position, right? We get our profit target levels. And then we call out the sell to you guys, right? What are you going to do? Now you're going to scramble to get out of that trade, which is then going to hit the scanners and you're going to see candlesticks moving up and down and it's going to cause price movement. That's just us alone. Never mind who knows, hundreds of other trades rooms out there. But that's what they are. They're like a dime a dozen. And I'm not saying it's wrong. That's how trade rooms work. That's how trade alert services work. And that's why we're trying to be different. We're going to give you lots of hints. We're going to show you support and resistance. We're going to do our best to kind of guide you, but we're not going to call those trades out to you because if we do that, we're going to hurt you. And I really need you to understand that trade rooms that call out trades to you on entries and exits are detrimental to you becoming a good trader. So we're trying to do our best to kind of, toe that line a little bit, kind of guide you. Believe me, it'd be so much easier right now for Tim, Dan, and myself to come in every morning, to basically do the watch list every night for you, tell you what trades we're looking at in the morning, let you see our screen, and we get our position 5 seconds before we call it out to you and say, hey guys, we're in ABC company at $2.30. We know hundreds of you are going to follow us. We take our 10 or 15 or 20 cents. We get out, we peace out, and then we're going to call a trade out to you, and then you're going to get out, right? So great, we look like big heroes. You can see our screen. Hey, those guys are big money making guys, but what is that doing for you? It does nothing for you. It just makes you chasing us and dependent upon us as traders. And it would just be easier for us to do it. We could just literally take money and memberships every month and do that and use our profits from our memberships and pump up stocks and make profits. Read between the line, guys. There's nothing wrong. That's business, but that's what you're looking at with other trade rooms and trade alert services. They become the focus. It's sexy and hey, they're making $5,000 and $10,000, $20,000 a day. They're awesome, big name people and all that. And what are you doing? You're looking at them almost like heroes. And at the end of the day, you're chasing them and you're chasing their hundreds and thousands of followers. And that is why 90% of traders fail if they depend upon those traders and alert services. So this is I just threw in a whole other lesson and kind of just exposing the game for you. This is it. This is trading. That's it in a nutshell. That's how the game works, right? They need you dependent upon them. Do we want to make money like everybody else? Of course we do. We're just trying to do it in a different way. And it's a lot harder. This is a harder way to do it by basically telling you guys, this is trading. It's work every day. Come to work and practice. And even when we know over 90% of the people that even want to come to work and trade every day, they're going to fail because that's trading. That is the reality of trading. It's absolutely brutal and it's an emotionally brutal game, and only the strong will survive. And that's why we're trying to, create this movement where we want to help as many people as possible. We know majority of people will quit and fail, but those that want to last and see it through, we want to be there for them and really help them to see it through to the end. And that's what we are about with the Bullish Bears. We are a community, and we're trying to just level that playing field for all y'all. So that being said, really long rant. Um, you can donate right up. We have a donation tab here now. At some point in the next month or two, it's going to be membership based. You can lock in your rate now for $10 a month. Please do your best to input the same information on the donate tab with PayPal as you would when you register for the trade room. But if you didn't do that or you haven't done that, don't worry. If we can't get it moved over, we're talking to our IT people to get it fixed. If we can't migrate it over, don't worry. We'll probably just have to have you re-sign up again. And what we'll do is just give you like a month of service to offset it. So it's not a big deal. We're not out to screw you guys. It will all work. Again, that's it. I can keep talking to you guys forever, but that's enough for now. Happy New Year and happy trading on Tuesday. Love you, peeps.